Are you aware that approximately 55 million individuals worldwide are currently living with dementia, with a new diagnosis occurring every 3 seconds? Even more concerning is that dementia has become the 7th leading cause of death globally. What many don't realize, however, is that this cognitive decline isn't simply due to aging or genetic factors. Recent groundbreaking research indicates that some of the most commonly prescribed medications, possibly sitting in your own medicine cabinet right now, could be silently compromising your brain health. Particularly if you're over 60, these medications may be contributing to brain volume reduction, accelerating cognitive decline, and potentially hastening the onset of Alzheimer's disease. The most troubling aspect? You might be taking them daily without understanding their impact on your brain. In today's video, we're revealing 9 widely used medications that scientific research has linked to accelerated dementia symptoms. Be sure to watch until the conclusion because the number 1 medication is by far the most concerning. It's frequently prescribed, yet few understand its significant neurological impact. Additionally, we'll conclude by sharing 3 scientifically validated foods that can help protect against dementia and naturally support brain health. Before we begin, please let us know in the comment section where you're watching from, and remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for similar content. Now, let's dive into the information. Number 9. Antihistamines. First generation. Many older adults depend on over-the-counter antihistamines like diphenhydramine, commonly found in Benadryl, to manage allergies, cold symptoms, or insomnia. While seemingly harmless, these medications belong to the anticholinergic class, which blocks acetylcholine, a crucial neurotransmitter in your brain. Acetylcholine functions as a vital messenger facilitating communication between brain cells, particularly for memory and learning processes. Insufficient levels can result in mental fogginess, increased memory lapses, and potentially brain atrophy over time. Research published in JAMA Internal Medicine demonstrated that older adults taking potent anticholinergics daily for just 3 years experienced a 54% higher risk of developing dementia. What's particularly concerning is how gradually it begins, perhaps noticing more frequent forgotten appointments or misplaced items. But over time, this mild forgetfulness can progress into significant cognitive impairment. Since many antihistamines are available without prescription, people often assume they're safe. But for aging brains, the long-term consequences can be substantial. Number 8. Benzodiazepines. If you've struggled with anxiety, sleep disorders, or muscle tension, your physician may have prescribed a benzodiazepine. Medications such as Valium, diazepam, Ativan, lorazepam, and Xanax, alprazolam, fall into this category. While they provide quick relief and promote relaxation or sleep, their long-term effects on brain function are concerning. Benzodiazepines function by enhancing the activity of GABA, a neurotransmitter that reduces brain activity, creating a calming effect. However, the brain resists prolonged suppression. Extended use of these medications has been associated with memory difficulties, confusion, and even structural brain changes. Research published in the BMJ revealed that individuals taking benzodiazepines for longer than 3 months had a 51% elevated risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. More concerning is that many seniors receive these prescriptions for sleep issues and continue using them for years without understanding the neurological consequences. You might experience increased daytime fatigue, slower reaction times, and difficulty following conversations. These aren't necessarily normal aging signs. They may indicate potential brain health concerns. Number 7. Proton pump inhibitors. Millions of seniors take medications like omeprazole, Prilosec, pantoprazole, Protonix, and esomeprazole, Nexium, to reduce stomach acid and alleviate heartburn or acid reflux. While highly effective for gastrointestinal issues, they may be causing more significant problems behind the scenes. Several studies have linked proton pump inhibitors to cognitive decline and increased dementia risk. The hypothesis is that by suppressing stomach acid, they may impair the body's absorption of essential nutrients like vitamin B12 and magnesium, both crucial for optimal brain function. Low B12 levels can lead to confusion, memory impairment, and even neurological damage. A German study involving over 73,000 seniors found that regular PPI users had a 44% higher risk of dementia. Many seniors continue these medications for years without re-evaluating their necessity, unaware they might be depriving their brains of vital nutrients. If you've noticed your thinking becoming less clear or increased confusion after meals, the cause might not be the food. It could be the medication taken beforehand. Number 6. Antipsychotics. These potent medications, including risperidone, Risperdal, olanzapine, Zyprexa, and quetiapine, Seroquel, are frequently prescribed to older adults for managing behavioral symptoms associated with dementia, schizophrenia, or bipolar disorder. Ironically, though sometimes prescribed to reduce agitation in people with memory issues, they may actually be exacerbating the condition. Antipsychotics work by modifying dopamine and serotonin levels in the brain, two chemicals essential for motivation, pleasure, and cognition. While this can help stabilize extreme behaviors, it also generally suppresses brain activity. The result often includes sedation, emotional blunting, and more alarmingly, increased risk of accelerated cognitive decline. The FDA has issued a black box warning for these medications, particularly when used in elderly patients with dementia, noting increased mortality risks. Even in seniors without dementia, long-term use has been linked to significant reductions in cognitive function. Patients may become increasingly withdrawn, struggle with following conversations, or lose the ability to perform previously routine tasks. What begins as mild confusion can progress to complete dependency and loss of independence. It represents one of medicine's most unfortunate paradoxes, using a medication to calm the brain only to potentially diminish its function. Number 5. Sleep aids. Sleep becomes more challenging with age, and many seniors turn to sleep medications like Zolpidem, Ambien, Esopiclone, Lunesta, or Zaloplan, Sonata for assistance. These medications, known as Z-drugs, may help with falling asleep but aren't as benign as they appear. They function by reducing brain activity, mimicking natural sleep chemistry, but do so in a way that interferes with the brain's natural rhythms and memory-forming processes. During healthy sleep, the brain cycles through different stages, including deep sleep and REM, which are essential for memory consolidation and mental restoration. Z-drugs disrupt this natural cycle, resulting in lower quality sleep despite potentially spending 8 hours unconscious. Moreover, they've been associated with sleepwalking, confusion, and morning mental fogginess. Research in the British Medical Journal found that seniors taking Z-drugs faced a significantly higher risk of developing dementia and experiencing falls due to reduced alertness. You might notice increased morning grogginess or more frequent forgetfulness about basic information like names or directions. This isn't simply poor sleep, it's your brain struggling after nightly sedation. For seniors already vulnerable to memory loss, these medications may be quietly contributing to long-term cognitive decline. Number 4. Antidepressants, tricyclic. Depression is common among older adults, particularly with increased isolation, health challenges, or loss of loved ones. Unfortunately, some older classes of antidepressants, specifically tricyclic antidepressants like amitriptyline and doxepin, come with significant concerns. These medications also have strong anticholinergic effects, blocking acetylcholine, the same brain chemical we discussed earlier that's involved in memory and cognitive function. This medication class is particularly risky for elderly individuals, as the aging brain already shows increased sensitivity to neurotransmitter changes. What begins as a mild antidepressant can gradually impair cognition, increase drowsiness, and reduce focus over time. These symptoms can mimic or accelerate dementia. A 2015 JAMA study demonstrated a dose-dependent relationship between anticholinergic drugs like tricyclics and dementia, meaning higher doses and longer usage correlate with increased risk. Unfortunately, many physicians continue prescribing them to seniors despite safer alternatives being available. If you or someone you care about is taking a tricyclic antidepressant and showing signs of confusion, memory issues, or diminished attention span, it may not be the depression itself. It could be the medication causing the very symptoms it's intended to address. Number 3. Bladder control medications. Overactive bladder represents a common and sometimes embarrassing condition affecting many seniors. Medications like oxybutynin, ditropan, tolterodine, and sulfenacin, Visicare, are frequently prescribed to manage urges and reduce accidents. However, what's less widely recognized is that these drugs are also powerful anticholinergics, again blocking acetylcholine in the brain. This disruption directly impacts cognitive performance. A University of California San Francisco study found that older adults taking these medications showed significantly reduced brain volume and performed worse on memory tests compared to non-users. Researchers observed actual brain shrinkage in regions responsible for memory, learning, and cognition. What's truly concerning is how many seniors remain on these medications for months or years without reassessing their cognitive effects. If you've noticed increased confusion, difficulty planning daily activities, or a general decline in mental clarity, it might be time to evaluate what's managing your bladder and its potential brain impact. Number 2. Statins. Statins like atorvastatin, Lipitor, simvastatin, Zocor, and rosuvastatin, Crestor, are among the most commonly prescribed medications for seniors, typically used to lower cholesterol and reduce heart disease risk. However, while protecting your heart, they might be endangering your brain. Though often portrayed negatively, cholesterol is actually essential for proper brain function. In fact, the brain contains approximately 25% of the body's total cholesterol, which is crucial for constructing and maintaining neurons, the cells that transmit information throughout the brain. Statins reduce cholesterol not only in the bloodstream but also in the brain, potentially interfering with the production of important neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which regulate mood, memory, and learning. Some patients taking statins report mental fogginess, forgetfulness, or concentration difficulties. Research published in Pharmacotherapy found that 75% of patients experiencing memory problems improved after discontinuing statins. This doesn't mean statins are inherently harmful. They save lives. However, if you're experiencing new memory issues while taking them, discussing alternatives or dosage adjustments with your doctor may be worthwhile. Number 1. Anticholinergic combination medications. We've reached the most concerning class of medications linked to rapid dementia development in seniors: anticholinergic combination drugs. These aren't limited to a single medication type. They're formulations that combine multiple anticholinergic effects in one tablet or treatment regimen. Examples include cold and flu medications combining diphenhydramine with decongestants, gastrointestinal drugs containing scopolamine and atropine, or muscle relaxants like cyclobenzaprine. The cumulative impact represents the true danger. When taken together or over extended periods, they create a compounding effect in the brain, depleting acetylcholine to levels so low that memory, learning, focus, and even basic functions begin deteriorating. One compelling study followed 3,434 older adults over 10 years and found that those with high cumulative anticholinergic medication use had a 54% increased dementia risk. This held true even when the drugs were discontinued years before symptom onset. These medications effectively act as slow neurotoxins, especially when combined. The challenge is their prevalence in everything from cough medicine to sleep aids to anti-nausea medications. Consequently, seniors often don't realize they're taking multiple anticholinergics simultaneously, which is why this medication group tops our concern list. It's silent, insidious, and affects millions. Brain protective foods. Now that we've examined these medication concerns, let's focus on something more positive. Research indicates certain natural foods can actively support brain health, reduce inflammation, and even lower cognitive decline risk. Here are 3 exceptional foods every senior should consider incorporating into their diet. Number 3, blueberries. You may have heard blueberries referred to as brain berries. These small, vibrant fruits contain abundant antioxidants, particularly anthocyanins, which combat brain oxidative stress. Oxidative stress resembles rust accumulating in brain cells, causing progressive damage. Studies have shown blueberries improve memory and delay brain aging by up to 2.5 years. University of Cincinnati research found older adults consuming blueberry juice daily demonstrated significant improvements in learning and memory assessments within just 12 weeks. They're easily added to breakfast cereals, smoothies, or enjoyed as snacks, and every serving provides brain protection. Number 2, fatty fish. Fatty fish, particularly salmon, sardines, and mackerel, are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, a major structural brain component. DHA helps maintain neuron integrity, supports intercellular brain communication, and reduces tissue-damaging inflammation. Journal of Alzheimer's Disease meta-analysis found that people consuming fish at least weekly had a 60% lower Alzheimer's risk compared to rare or non-consumers. Beyond prevention, omega-3s can even slow progression in those with mild cognitive impairment. Just 2 weekly servings of fatty fish can significantly impact cognitive health. Number 1, leafy greens. Leafy greens, especially kale, spinach, and collard greens, are packed with vitamin K, lutein, folate, and beta-carotene. Each nutrient plays a crucial role in protecting brain cells, enhancing memory, and supporting long-term cognitive health. Research published in Neurology found that individuals consuming 1 to 2 daily servings of leafy greens demonstrated cognitive abilities equivalent to someone 11 years younger. That's not merely maintaining sharpness, it's effectively reversing brain aging. You can sauté them, incorporate them into soups, or blend them into smoothies. However prepared, these greens provide fuel for a sharper, more resilient mind. Conclusion: if you're a senior or caring for an aging loved one, this information is vital. We typically trust medications to help us feel better, sleep better, or calm down. But sometimes these very treatments are quietly damaging our most essential organ, the brain. The most concerning aspect is how subtly it begins. Minor forgetfulness, a missed appointment, struggling to recall a word. These aren't merely age-related changes. They may be significant warning signs. The encouraging news is that knowledge empowers action. Now understanding which medications carry the greatest risks, you can take steps. Consult your doctor, explore alternatives, and support brain health with appropriate nutrition. Because while dementia develops gradually, prevention begins today. We'd like to hear from you. Have you or someone you know experienced memory issues while taking any of these medications? What foods have you added to your diet for brain protection? Share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. We value your input. Thanks for watching.